Hello, ladies and gentlemen, viewers and subscribers all over the world. This is Okute Daily Talk from my own corners, bringing to you this Sunday morning, being the 4th of November in the year 2022. Happy Sunday to you all, my people, my listeners all over the world, the viewers and subscribers. I bring to you these good tidings and good news this early Sunday morning. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please, I want you to do that as soon as possible. If you have not liked or share any of my content, please endeavor to do that, because without you, there will be no Okute Ventures, or there's no Okute Daily Talk in all ramifications. So, please, as we proceed, I would like to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of us out there who have been doing one thing or the other to make sure that this ministry is moving to the permanent side. May the Almighty Chukwu Obiama bless the works of your hand and meet you at every point of your need. In this festive period, you will be a celebrator, and anything sorrow will never near your dwelling. That is my prayers for all my fans and my viewers and subscribers all over the world. So as we proceed, let us tighten our seatbelts, grab our popcorn, and listen attentively as we proceed. Please do not forget, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk, where we speak to you the undiluted truth about things of life, about the Biafran struggle, about the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and what follows thereabout. So let's move straight into the business of the day. Biafra Nations League wants AG to withdraw appeal against release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Ejimakor, threatens DSS over refusal to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for the second time. This is unbelievable. I really encourage and applaud lawyer Ejimakor for all his doings, for all he has been trying to do, for all his efforts to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released from DSS custody. I don't know what others are doing, whether their own effort is just only go to the court and I quote and you quote, and that is the end. But Allah Ejimakor has been on this for a very long time. It has been him all this while, and I pray that God should give you the strength and continue to protect you against the enemies of this land. Amen. Police rescue a 75-year-old man from bandits in Zamfara. Can you imagine? 75-year-old man. What is his offense? What can this man possibly say? This is what I have committed. To be just, his offense is being an indigenous of Zamfara, and his offense is being being a citizen of Nigeria. 75-year-old man, great grandpa. These people have mind to kidnap him and keep him in dungeon. For how many months? Only God knows. Anyway, as we proceed, we will hear the whole details about what happens and how it happens. Concerns in Cross River over influx of armed militias. Wike, all this your gara. What is happening? In your own state, I thought River State is supposed to be one of the peaceful states we have in Nigeria because of the oil companies and their security apparatus that we have in those areas. But it seems like all those things have long gone. The other day, 3 police escorts were shot dead in Port Harcourt while escorting their principal back home from work. Until now, nobody has been arrested for that, or nobody have accounted for that. APC releases statement as Tinubu shun another town hall meeting. They will keep on dodging. They won't attend unless the ones they organize by their own self. Unless the ones they organize by their own self. If not, because they have nothing to offer, they have been making gulps here and there. So let him not go there and disgrace himself and disgrace APC and also his family. That is why they keep dodging interviews. They keep dodging any town hall meeting that is not being organized by APC or his allies. So my good people of Biafra, let's move straight into the business of the day, please. There's no time to waste. The Biafra Nations League, BNL, has called on the Attorney General of Nigeria Abi Federation, Abubakar Malami, to withdraw the appeal against the judgment of the Federal High Court ordering the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the agitation for Biafra's sovereignty. They made the call in a statement released on Saturday morning and signed by the deputy leader of Biafran Nations League, Ebuta Kakun. They warned the federal government against the continued detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Mazi Okechukwu Nnamdi Kanu. This is coming weeks after a militant group suspected to be BNL affiliate attacked and abducted 3 oil workers in the Bakassi Peninsula. They warned that the government should no longer undermine their influence in the Gulf of Guinea, claiming that they have large loyalists in the region. According to them, Biafran Nations League out there to defend Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and force federal government of Nigeria to release Kanu, or to obey the last order, which is the order of the court, of the High Court in Abia State, which have discharged and acquit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also Appeal Court on 13th of October, which also clears Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of all charges being brought up against him by federal government, AGF, and other cabals in Aso Rock. So it is high time the federal government do the needful, obey the order of the court, and let him go. Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Aloy Ejimakor, threatens DSS over refusal to release IPOB leader for the second time. Aloy Ejimakor, special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has threatened the Department of State Service, DSS, over failure to comply with a court ruling ordering his client's release. For the second time, he's writing this letter and making this demand. Ejimakor warned that failure to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will trigger prompt judicial measures against DSS, and the third time they will not find it funny with him. The special counsel disclosed this while noting that he has served the DSS a final administrative demand for Kanu's release. In a tweet, Ejimakor wrote, "Yesterday I served on the DSS a final administration demanding to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in line with the 26th of October judgment of the Federal High Court, Umuahia. Failure to comply will trigger prompt judicial measures to enforce compliances." Of course, that have to be done. Otherwise, they won't release him. Kanu had been locked up by the DSS since he was abducted in June of 2021 in Kenya and subjected to extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria. The IPOB leader was picked following his agitation for the actualization of Biafra. Following his arrest and arraignment, the Court of Appeal in Abuja granted Kanu bail, but the Nigerian government refused to release him and let him go. The Federal High Court in Umuahia, Abia State, also declared the IPOB's arrest in Kenya unconstitutional and illegal, triggering the court to discharge and acquit him of all charges that the government have been holding against him or against his clients. That is Ejimakor speaking. So my good people of Biafra, that is all you need to know about the current situation on ground from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Aloy Ejimakor. Aloy Ejimakor have been on this for quite a number of times, and he have been doing what he's supposed to do to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free from DSS custody. As we proceed, 2023, this is Adeyanju, or what do they call him? Nnamdi Kanu's release will boost APC chances in Southeast. Adeyanju, let me see how it will boost his chances. Did you ever hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a politician? He's not a politician, and he's not even prepared to join one. His fighting is for Nigeria to release Biafra, let them go. This is the high time for Biafra to have their own independence and also a referendum. And Abuja-based activist Deji Adeyanju has said The release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, will boost the All Progressive Congress APC chances in the 2023 elections. Former Lagos State Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the APC presidential candidate. Okute News reports that there have been clamors for the federal government to release Kanu following a judgment of the Court of Appeal. However, the court later granted a stay of order. This Adeyanju, look at this boy, a very fresh young man, campaigning for old peoples, campaigning for old cargos to take over the affairs of Nigeria. When will Nigerian youths learn? When will they know that it is the high time the youths take over this country from the slaves who have been ruling this country for a very long time without any good results? And this guy is busy campaigning for APC. Well, I have nothing much to tell you. The only thing I am telling you is that even your children will be disappointed in you. Your generation will be disappointed in you. And they can never, ever have peace or speak anything good about you. Deji Adeyanju, this is me speaking. The Court of Appeal in Abuja had declared as illegal and unlawful the abduction of Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria and quashed the entire terrorism charges brought against him by the federal government of Nigeria. It ruled that the federal government breached all local and international laws in Kanu's extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. But the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Abubakar Malami, had vowed that Kanu would not be released, stressing that the federal government would pursue other charges against Kanu in detention. Prior to his arrest, the IPOB leader had vowed to ensure no election was held in the southeast until the government approved a referendum that will lead to the creation of Biafran state. With his arrest in June of 2021 and continued incarceration, some Nigerians believe that releasing Kanu would jeopardize the successful conduct of the 2023 elections in the southeast or in the southern part of Nigeria. Amid the clamor for Kanu's release, some people are of the opinion that APC would get a few votes in the southeast. These claims are anchored in the agitations that the southeast should be allowed to produce Nigeria's president coming 2023. Of all the top political parties, only the Labour Party stands a better chance of getting more votes in the southeast because its presidential candidate Peter Obi is from the region. However, Adeyanju said releasing Kanu would boost APC's chances of getting votes in the southeast, according to you. Adeyanju noted that politicians can use Kanu's release as a political strategy in the southeast, according by you. Speaking with Okute Daily Talk, he said it will boost APC's chances. It will boost the morale of their supporters, and that would be to the advantage of the ruling party and the PDP. The only party it will affect is the Labour Party, who are expecting to get some significant votes from the southeast. If they allow you to explain, that is how your own brain reach. Who told you that the southeasterners don't want the presidency? Or who told you that the southeasterners is only concerned about the Biafra? Yes, of course, we're concerned about the Biafra, but we need somebody out there who can make things happen. So use this your small brain to do something meaningful for your life and family instead of campaigning for those ones who have been subjected, who have subjected the masses into poverty. We have almost 65% of Nigerians living below poverty level. That's about 133 million people in Nigeria out of 216 million. Then how many remains? Child, what a world. If the federal government decides to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, okay, it can be used as a political campaign strategy in the southeast, so they can have something to go home and campaign with it. Like I have said, keeping Kanu does not add any value to the federal government. What value are they going to derive from keeping a man that the court has granted bail and said even his arrest is unconstitutional? You can't build something on nothing in law, and you can't give what you don't have. The government can't in any way prove the guilt of Kanu because they first have to return him back to where he was taken in Kenya. That is a small thing for any court to rule, because it's ordinary rendition, which is a state capture and abduction of citizens. This is prohibited under international law, and there's no easy way out for the government on this very case. It will just be right for the government to release him, because the next government may most likely to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is all you need to know and hear about the Biafran news this very morning. So let's go straight into politics of today. Okay, let's use this thing as a roundup of a Biafran news in this very morning broadcast. Police rescue 75-year-old grandpa from bandits in Zamfara State. Child, look at the man. The man not have any single black hair in this man's hair again. See yet, these animals have the mind to kidnap this man and put him in their custody for God knows how long. Where the news will tell. An indigenous of Niger State from Enagi village in Edati local government area of the state, Alhaji Muhammad Shishi, has been rescued from bandits. The 25-year-old man was said to have been whisked away to Zamfara State in early October this year by a group of bandits. Alhaji Shishi, however, regained his freedom from the den of criminals when tactical police operatives were curbing the business in Zamfara State recently. Confirming the rescue in a statement made available to reporters during the weekend, the State Police Command spokesperson SP Mohammed Shehu said, in the course of the briefing, the victim informed the police that he was abducted in early October of 2022 by a large number of armed bandits who blocked Birnin-Gwari, Kaduna Road, and took many into the bush somewhere in Dansadao, axis of Zamfara State. Okute News learned that the victim was examined medically at the police clinic facility at the Force Command headquarters in Gusau before he was later reunited with his family and relations. Shehu noted the Commissioner of Police, Kolo Yusuf, congratulated the rescued victim on his freedom and assured the citizens of the police continuous commitment to protect the lives and property of the citizens in the state. He, however, appealed to the general public to always give useful information to the security agencies in the state so as to end security challenges bedeviling the entire Zamfara State. He states, these bandits live and eat with community members. The villagers know them very well, and the community members could assist the security agencies to do their work perfectly. Security operatives are not ghosts, neither do they have any magic wonder, but depend on intelligence reports from the locals to confront the bandits in their enclaves. Yusuf assured that every piece of information will be treated in total confidence, stressing that the security of lives and properties is the responsibility of all law-abiding citizens and not the sole responsibility of security agencies. That is all Shehu have to tell us concerning the release of this grandpa from kidnappers den in Zamfara State. For months now, this man had been there. Concerns in Cross River over influx of armed militias. There are affairs in the Akpate community in the BS local government area of Cross River State. Oh, Cross River, sorry, not River State. Over alleged influx of armed militia. The alarm was raised by leaders in the community, stating that there is a continual influx of strange and armed persons in different groups. According to them, the militias have massively invaded and they commanded hectares of their lands without any recourse to the local government, state authorities, or themselves. The clan head of the Akpate Nation, His Royal Highness Ate Obot Sunday Evong, disclosed this in his palace in Akpate, the capital of Biase local government area, when he inaugurated a 21-man committee against illegal mining and the influence of unidentified people in his palace during the weekend, Okute News reports. The community led by Ote Evong Ebich, with Basi Ote Ebai as secretary, expressed worries that apart from indulging want only in illegal mining, which the state government has banned, the strange persons whom he said are in their numbers come with talks and usually resorted to crimes such as kidnapping of community persons that dare to challenge them, intimidation, and manhandling of his subjects. In the last few months, there has been a massive influx of criminal-minded strange persons who move about our forests with sophisticated assets, they said. He claimed that an illegal mining firm has commanded hundreds of hectares of our community lands, and when we asked questions and challenged them, they intimidated our people. Just like that. Nigeria is a lawless country. A lawless country at that. The statement added, they have been bribing some locals who guide them. They pay fabulously to our children for measures of gemstones so that they are no longer interested in going to school. We have revoked the earlier agreement and instituted a committee to investigate and fish out illegal miners and unidentified persons that have flooded our forests and exploited resources without our authority. We also want the committee to fish out those that have formed themselves into unauthorized mining unions or associations under which they extort money from our people for this giant mining firm which prospects for our God-given natural resources with impunity. The monarch alleged further that there have been cases of mine collapse and that a few days ago another collapse killed one person. Mine site collapses is a regular occurrence in parts of Biase local government area. Recently, one collapsed, which reportedly claimed a life. Activities of this particular firm and other illegal miners have left many abandoned sites in very precocious sites, thereby endangered the lives of my people, he lamented, according to the monarch. He expressed sadness that the illegal miners do not even respect the ban that the state government placed on the activity. Who are the illegal miners if not the governors? Because if the government is not in support of the illegal miners, they would have put a stop to it and they find a very strong forces to mount in those areas so that no one will come there to do any illegal mining or whatsoever. The ban on the 16th November 2020 was signed by Alfred Mboto, Permanent Secretary, Security Services in Governor's Office. The state government has frowned at all illegal mining activities in the state, especially in Biase and Akampa local government areas, which they said constituted a threat to the safety and security of those areas. It says security agencies have been directed to steal all illegal mining sites and arrest and persecute all illegal mining companies and persons involved in these illegal activities. Speaking at the inauguration of the Committee Against Illegal Mining, Chairman of the Gemstones Tracing Committee in the community, Elder Emmanuel Ehom, said the mining firm came to them in 2017 formally, but has since abandoned the agreement and illegally acquired more than half of their community using the forces of arms. Can you see it? If you go there, child, what man do to man. Also speaking, the chairman of the Forest Management Committee, Abraham from Obo, lamented that despite making fortunes from their lands, they have never plugged back to community infrastructure to impact pipe-borne water, electricity, roads, and so on. No loyalty is spared, no support for public infrastructure. We don't even know what precious stones they are exploiting. They bribe a few persons and use arms to intimidate and silence us. They have exploited our lands illegally for 5 years or more, and there is massive devastation of our environment, he said. if government hands is not in this mining of 18 or this illegal mining of 18, they would have stopped it long ago. For over 5 years now, these people have been mining gemstone from your own land illegally, and the government is there, no security forces, only just sign an agreement, and that is the end. And you tell me they are not aware of it. My brother, let us tell ourselves the truth. We all know the truth, and the truth shall set us free. But Nigeria is a lawless country whereby anybody can do anything and get away with it. So I'm not surprised if the government hands in it. So let us move straight into another news of this morning. I mean, this is the last but not the least of rounding up this early morning broadcast. The ruling All Progressive Congress APC on Saturday released a statement explaining the whereabouts of its presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as he shunned another invite for a town hall meeting. I laugh in Spanish. Okute News understand that Arise Television had invited the former governor of Lagos State for another debate, despite stating earlier he would not attend any of such during his electioneering campaign. Amid the development, unconfirmed reports on social media allege that Tinubu was denied a visa to the United States. The APC Presidential Campaign Council has, however, denied the viral reports. Okute News understand. In a statement on Saturday, the Director of Media and Publicity of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Bayo Ononuga, took a swipe at Arise Television over its constant broadcast of an advertisement about its scheduled town hall meeting, which Tinubu had already declined participation. The statement reads, "We find it shocking and downright anomalously that Arise News continues to broadcast the participation of All Progressive Congress presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in its presidential town hall meeting scheduled to hold on 4th November of 2022, despite our earlier statement that our candidate will not be available. We noticed that Arise News has also been running campaign on the so-called constitutional duty of presidential candidates to participate in its debate by dubiously citing Section 22 of the Constitution of Nigeria on the obligation of the mass media," said Ononuga. "If you don't know anything to say, just shut your mouth up and go and sit down." You say your name is Ononuga. You are defending a man who cannot even defend himself. That is the problem we are having in Nigeria. All these spokesperson, they keep defending something that is illegal, something that is not right. I wonder what their children used to tell them at home if they ever question them on all these their atrocities against the humanity in Nigeria. This is unacceptable. Somebody, a presidential aspirant who cannot stand and tell the people and let the people ask him questions, is not even worthy to run. I don't know what INEC is doing, but it's a high time they change whatever constitution that by somebody or somebody when I've invited for a public debate, that person will say no, he is not going to come simply because of one reason or the other. But we all know the reason, that he can't stand the question being asked there. First, they will ask him the date of his birth. Yes. Second, the source of your wealth. He will not defend all this. That is why they are hiding him. Third, he can never make any statement without reading from script, and nobody is there to give him script to read. So they only attend town hall meetings whereby the questions and all the answers will only be given to him as an expo. Look at what you are going to ask you and look at what you are going to answer. Anything apart from that, he will make a gaps. Normally, that one is normal. Even with that script, he can still make some whole lot of mistakes addressing the public. He said, while it is a treat that the media has a clear constitutional duty to hold public office holders accountable to the citizens and its role as the watchdog of the society, there is no part of the Constitution and Section 22 that says a presidential candidate of any political party, and least of all, Tinubu must be participate in a Rise TV town hall meet event or any media organized event at all. He added, the same constitution grants all citizens of Nigeria, including Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the right and freedom of choice and association. The APC presidential candidate has a right to decide where he goes and what events to participate in, as he seeks the mandate of Nigerians to be elected as the next president of our country. We want to make it abundantly clear again that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not participate and will not attend the Arise News Town Hall meeting slated for Sunday, 4th of December of 2022. And any other ones, it may plan before the February 2023 presidential election. Can you see you people? Brain is on strike. More especially this very guy. Your brain is on strike. Whatever you are being today, to the inhumanity that the right person that you people are trying to say to Nigerians, your children will suffer it, and your children, your generation, even before you go, you will see the repercussion of all this nonsense. The APC presidential candidate had a schedule of campaign activities and other engagements within and outside Nigeria. One of such events is scheduled for Monday, December 5th, 2022 at Chatham House in London, where he will speak on security, economy, and foreign policy, organized by APC. He stated that for the uptime time, no amount of blackmail, bullying, and media bullying, and innuendos by the owner and management of Arise News will change the position the party's campaign are taking on attending town hall meetings. And that is all I have for us this Sunday morning and this early Sunday morning, please. Sorry to say. So my great people of Biafra and the lovers of freedom and those who love what I'm doing, this is a quick one, as I said earlier, and I'm signing out from here. Please, if you are not subscribed to my channel, I repeat once again, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Like my content and share it with your family and friends, and those ones who love hearing the good news and who love hearing current news. You can only hear it from Okute Daily Talk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and anyone you can find yourself in. Just make sure you subscribe, like, share, and also comment. I'm signing out, my great people. Have a blessed Sunday, and may the Almighty Chukwu Okiabiama bless every works of your hands in any way, in any time, at any given time. Have a nice day. May the God bless us all. Amen. Thanks.